When I look around this room, I see dreamers. I see people with a vision that is so clear and so vibrant. But on certain days, I can see all of you with gaps between where you are right now and where you're meant to be. In that space, doubt grows. You start to hear that voice that says, it's taking too long. You won't make it. It wasn't meant for you. Fellow Toastmasters and our dear guests, today, I'm here to silence that voice. I'm here to let you know that delayed is not denied. Let me take you back in time. 12th June, 1964. Nelson Mandela was sentenced to life imprisonment at Robben Island because of his political activities that were against the apartheid government. Nelson Mandela, prisoner number 466/64, and his comrades spent most of their days in prison, breaking bigger rocks into smaller rocks as a punishment designed to break their spirits. And one afternoon, a young, new, brutal, arrogant warden walked in front of Mandela, who was sweating and his body filled with dirt. You, backed the warden, Mandela, do you think that you can still run this country? Mandela stretched his back, looked into the eyes of the young warden. Surprisingly, he didn't see anger in his face, but he saw a young man who was trying to prove his powers. Mandela replied, "My friend, we do not believe we will run this country. We believe that one day we will all run this country together." The warden was shocked because he expected a bitter or A.C.L in Mandela. Unfortunately, he didn't get what he wanted. Slowly, he walked away. Now, as the work resumed, a man who was working beside Mandela whispered, "Madiba, Madiba, why? Why would you call that man friend? Why would you give him energy?" Mandela replied, "You see that young man? That young man is not the enemy. He is a product of the enemy. So if we fight the product and not the system, we will never truly be free. All I want you to know is that we will win. And we must converse, most especially here." Everyone wondered what kind of man Mandela was. But Mandela was that man who didn't see that prison as an end, but he saw it as a university, where to learn patience, strategies, and most importantly, Mandela saw that prison as a place where to learn that the chains on their body is nothing compared to the freedom in their mind. Mandela believed that they can take away everything from them except the belief in what is right. That belief was the unbroken thread that helped Mandela survive the 27 years in prison. While in prison, Mandela studied Afrikaans to understand the language of the oppressor, and he secretly used to draft letters of guidance to the movement outside. Fast forward, 11th February 1990, was the day when Mandela walked out of Victor Vesta prison, hand in hand with his wife Winnie. And as soon as he stepped his foot outside the prison, he raised the fist of victory to the roaring crowd that was waiting for him. The world saw a free man, but Mandela knew that he was still the same man from the quarry, the same man who chose to answer hatred with a vision of a shared future. Mandela knew that his resolve, his patience, and the astonishing capacity to see humanity, even in a cruel jailer, was still in him, even though the limestone dust was replaced with the suit of a statesman. Now let's come back to the present. In real life, how many of you have ever heard that voice that says that your dream is taking too long to become reality? No one? Yes, this is what I'm talking about. And then, how many of you have ever heard that voice that says that you want to make it? None? Raise up your hand like you mean it. One more question. How many of you have ever heard that voice that says that it wasn't meant for you? Perfect. Now let me share with you something interesting about patience. Patience can frustrate you. How? Sometimes you can give and give and give everything you've got, but still nothing of substance happens. That is life. Life has a way of stretching you before it rewards you. Why? To make sure that you're prepared to handle what you've been asking for. The sad news is that most people quit right before the breakthrough. They choose to walk away when things were just about to shift. As I'm concluding, I ask you to hold on. I ask you to hold on when the delay becomes unbearable. I ask you to hold on. I ask you to hold on when you hear that voice that says that it wasn't meant for you. You won't make it. Keep holding on. Keep holding on, just like how Mandela did. It may not necessarily take you 27 years just like him. But one thing I know, one thing I truly know from the bottom of my heart, what is coming will be worth it. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the evening.